Good evening, folks. Welcome on back to NBA 2K24 random rosters here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. My name is Sean, and I'm going to switch it up on you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can catch a couple of games of NBA action here inside of NBA 2K24 on Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, maybe Saturdays. You can watch me play MVP 06 NCAA baseball. Started a dynasty mode with the Washington State Cougars, so you can go back and check that game out. So it'll just kind of be an every other day thing, because I thought that it'd be kind of interesting to see if one of these franchises or one of these series kind of goes in a more positive way. If the viewers are there, I'll keep doing it. My plan is to just kind of run this through the end of November, which is a pretty considerable amount of time, 25 days left in November, or 24 days, whatever. So if you want stuff, be sure to watch it, give the video thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell if you want to see more, and that'll tell me kind of which direction to go in once we hit December, and then we'll be jumping back into MLB The Show, I'm sure, once that rolls around. Hopefully in late March before the season starts, and I'll probably be doing some spring training and some stuff in that with betas and such like that. So if you want to see NBA 2K24, watch the videos, give them thumbs up. If you want to see the MVP stuff, watch those videos, give those thumbs up, and we'll have some off-season fun here. We have two games for you, as we always do. We're playing on the game plays itself on the hardest difficulty. I do think I need to go in and tinker with the camera, but let me get through this intro real quick first. Doubleheader, we watch games on the hardest difficulty. We still have a bunch of teams to take a look at, and we have kind of a nice mix of... I think we have all new teams today, except for... Did I delete the wrong thing? What am I looking at? This one? Oh, I think we've seen the Spurs before. But I think our other game is a new matchup. So we have some new teams, and we have a good team that we have seen previously. We're going to start with the game that is highlighted here. It's the Spurs taking on the Pacers. That's the team that I technically control because it doesn't let you... I didn't want to control everybody and not have trades happen, but it doesn't let you control nobody and just watch how things play out. You have to have a user-controlled team in there. So, Pacers, that is the team that I control, and then we'll be taking a look at the Sacramento Kings taking on the Houston Rockets. The interesting team here to me, actually, is the 0-6 with Chris Paul and Joel Embiid, the 0-6 Dallas Mavericks. We have seen them. They lost to the Spurs back on the 25th of October, so I don't know what the heck is going on. But I'll keep an eye on them. I should look up, maybe we can do it if one of these games gets a little lopsided, what the worst losing streak to begin a season that isn't an expansion team. Because I think it would go to Charlotte. I would kind of just guess. But who knows? I mean, it could be a really interesting game because who knows? They could upset an Orlando Magic team. Let's go back really, really quickly here. We'll bring up the navigation and we'll go to options, settings, gameplay. No, that's not what I want. Coaching, scouting, no. Training, no. Standings, no. Options, save, tuning, create player. Oh God, general, setup. Auto season, features, injuries, difficulty, simulation, ticker. Oh, good Lord. Okay, well, we'll just do it. You know what? We'll just do it in game. That's fine. Take a look at the daily view. We'll jump in here. We'll play this game. Make sure that I'm not selecting anybody. And here we go. Game 1 of 2, live from Indianapolis. And I'll have to fix the camera individually. I will fix it. I keep forgetting. My bad. Also, strobe warning here for this because it's pretty awful.
At one guard position,
pretty awful.
Number 33, Jerry Trick Jr. At the other guard, 6'3", number 50,
Anthony. Got to be attentive here. Got to get this thumbnail for when that comes up.
At 1'4", 6'5", number 8,
Jalen Williams. Oh, I need to also get up and grab a drink. Shoot. Oh, and USC fired their defensive coordinator. Not surprising at all. Walker Kessler. I like the color of that hoodie, but I don't think I'd be able to pull it off. Come on. Give me a thumbnail. Oh, wait, hold on. One more person. Oh, Jason Tatum. Dang.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K
Have
Sports.
that.
We'll watch the Indiana Pacers in this one as they go up against the San Antonio Spurs.
Go ahead and just drop
Alongside
that down for the
Richard
moment.
Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Ali LaForce courtside. And a moment
I think
to
Alex
check out who
Grinch
San
coached
Antonio
the
Spurs have coming up.
Cougars defensively, and they were actually like pretty good. I don't see what the problem has been with
Then on Friday,
like
they'll
theoretically
have
more
home to take on
talented
the
players.
Minnesota
Maybe it's
Timberwolves.
less out and out talent and
Here's the
more
starting group for the San
people that
Antonio
work for the
Spurs.
scheme.
We've got Jakob Poeltl,
Donovan Mitchell on the San Antonio Spurs. Chris Middleton. And here's our matchup. It's Middleton versus Tatum. Tatum with 16.8 points a game and almost 5 rebounds per, while averaging just a shade under 2 assists.
These teams both hungry for a win, Graham, searching for some
We'll see.
consistency.
Couple of good-looking teams here early.
This is what they
4-win
call a
teams.
get-right game, potentially. So, how do the teams focus? Will the
And B
players
plus
be
home
able
court
to
advantage. All right, I'm going to hop up, and
try
you
to
enjoy the beginning of the game.
capitalize on this unique opportunity?
Indiana wins the tip. Oh, Anthony with a sweet spin move. Nope, don't want that. Camera, broadcast.
Anthony, pass to Williams. High post Kessler. Pass to Tatum from the arc. Knocks it down from distance.
An accurate shooter from distance. Tatum's teammates want him to keep looking to pull the trigger.
Middleton with it. Pounded by Tatum. From deep, Mitchell.
Nice find to Mitchell in the
The rebound goes to the Pacers.
on the wing, but can't get the 3 to drop. Good start for the Pacers. They give up the open shot, but it bounces out. They get a 3-pointer on their side of things. Quick passes around the outside to Tatum. Tatum gets the screen. Middleton
Poeltl grabs a miss.
does a good job kind of working through it, and Tatum has a good look but can't get it to drop. Mitchell, he'll take another shot, about the same spot he had last time. That time it goes down.
Modern NBA, RJ.
And that'll knot us up at 3. Just over a minute gone here. Feels like there's a pretty nice spread of like superstar, big name players across the league, which is interesting.
Now here's
And if you're not watching Kofi ruining the NBA in 2K20, oh, rattles out. I think it might be 2K23.
from three-point land so
I
far.
can't remember which game it is, but if you're not watching him ruin the NBA,
Passes to Alvarado.
you should go do that. Secret Base's YouTube channel is full of fantastic stuff, and I love their Fumble Dimension videos. Mitchell one-on-one here. Goes up, left arm, a little too strong, gets his own rebound, put back off the glass and in.
This is just great textbook basketball. Mitchell supports the
5-3 Spurs lead here.
Middleton against Tatum. Fires the 3.
Oh my gosh, that is
And he can't connect.
pretty ugly shot from Tatum. He looked like he had the ball the entire time, and that was the shot he came away with. Gross. Chris Middleton with the ball. One-on-one Tatum into Paletti.
Williams over to help.
Pelty.
Kleba.
Kleba.
And a miss
The
there.
3 rattles in and out.
The Pacers have gone 1 of 4 to begin
A
this one.
3-point happy
Pass to Tatum.
Spurs team. No points for the Pacers in over 2 minutes. Tatum drives inside. He'll stop that drought and tie this game up at 5.
How about those nifty moves from Tatum? So crafty with the rock.
I love that 2K has like a bunch of different
Screen
commentator
on Anthony. Alvarado, the pass to
batches. Paletti? Is that
Mitchell
it?
against Trent. Back to Mitchell.
P-O-E?
Middleton outside.
Polity? Oh,
From about
Politi?
19. Pacers with a rebound.
some good defense. I'm having a hard time figuring out if it's good defense, and I think it is to a degree. I think it's just bad offense by both of these teams who have players who are more than willing to hold the ball for most of the shot clock, trying to work around Mitchell, like, that's a good example of good defense, but also Trent Jr. just holding on to the ball. He tries again to get by him. Mitchell, again, proves to be a difficult defender to shake, and they come up with kind of a bad shot. So, in some ways, an ugly start, in some ways, a good start. It's a very weird game. Oh, my goodness. Tatum somehow didn't push the pace there. I don't know what was happening there. He's going to get the foul and one. That was a confusing play on both sides of the floor. One, why is Donovan Mitchell not driving harder to the basket? Two, more importantly, why is Jason Tatum not pushing the pace?
One shot.
He had a free lane. It was worst case scenario, 2-on-1. You make the defender pick a person to guard, just give it to the other guy. He kind of gets away with it because he's going to have an opportunity for a three-point play. But a very confusing sequence of events on both sides. He misses the free throw. So it'll just be, oh my goodness. Well, that was weird. Is that CJ McCollum? All of this is so confusing. What is happening right now? Nice little spin off the screen. Doesn't really put much effort up against the shot. And Trey Murphy just kind of, I mean, he's right there. Not great defensive effort. We're all knotted up at 7:49 seconds to go here in quarter number one. A lovely Monday evening. Tatum driving into the lane, goes up with a fake, but comes back down with it, finds Kessler, but Kessler steps on the baseline. Oh, they're going to call a blocking foul. I apologize. That whistle went right as his right foot stepped down on the line. What is... Let's see, what is the longest losing streak to start an NBA season? I would love to do this with the WNBA as well. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Because the seasons kind of sync up pretty nicely, where like the NBA season winds down, the WNBA season's picking up, and then the WNBA season winds down right before the NBA picks up. You could just do that, a rotation every time a new game comes out.
And no luck that time either.
Problem is that the WNBA stuff would be like a year behind.
Here at the start. Inside.
Kick into Mitchell. Mitchell up and in. They'll take the lead.
Mitchell's got his third basket of the night.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
What is the
27 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Tatum. He has 7. Off with the layup.
NBA.
Anderson passes to Mitchell. This one for 3. He can't get that one to fall.
Oh. Okay. I was very incorrect. I'm sure someone knew. Deep 3. Off the rim, but can't get the basket to fall. It's a weird spot for a table, by the way. So the 2015-2016 season turned out to be a record-setting year, both in terms of greatness and despair. The Golden State Warriors broke the Bulls' all-time win mark by finishing 73-9, while the 76ers opened the season 0-18, tying the 2009-2010 New Jersey Nets for longest losing streak to start a season. So if the Dallas Mavericks start to get kind of close to that 0-18, 0-19 start, maybe we look at them and just kind of follow their misery. It was a thought that I had while I was setting up this video, where I was like, do I just throw the Dallas Mavericks game on? Do we just see?
Looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack.
I think it's surprising. 0-6 is kind of surprising, but 0-6 with Embiid and Chris Paul feels like the most surprising variant of that.
San Antonio leading. Chris Boucher out there with
San Antonio up by 2.
Bruce Brown.
Not a great start for either team in the game, but both teams 4 wins. Mitchell really likes that wing 3. Can't find it on that shot. Tatum will bring it up the floor. Throws into the middle there. Brown pops it back out, back to Tatum. Tatum's going to get a little screen there, but a little too far behind. Somehow still drew the contact. Boucher. That's a nice 3 to take a lead. Boucher? Boucher? I'm thinking of Bobby Boucher. Maybe that's the name. I didn't say the first name, but it's an O.
Let's get a report from Alex.
Nice job by Donovan Mitchell. He gets that up over the outstretched arm of the defense. What I like about that play by Mitchell, the pump fake, pretty effective, but we've seen a couple of times they really like the screens at the top of the key at the three-point line. Sometimes we see them a step too far back and the defender just slides in between. It looked like Donovan Mitchell took a step or a half step closer, made that a little trickier to get through, freed him up with some space. Pop with his hands over his head and hands, shaking his head. And the Indiana Pacers will go to the line.
First one falls for him. Some changes for Indiana. Williams is checked in for Gafford.
So all knotted up at 11.
In for Boucher.
Boucher. Okay, I was kind of right. Okay, Bobby Boucher. I thought it was the O was throwing me off. Of course, I don't know how to spell Bobby Boucher, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, that's also not the name I thought I was thinking of. That one makes a lot more sense. I think I would have had that one. The other one was B-O.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Time called here. The Spurs decide to
See a timeout by the Spurs. We have a 12-11 game here. Early stages, second quarter.
Just couldn't do enough to get the win.
Biggest lead, Indiana, 3. I wish we got more stats like that throughout. It's one of the things I like the most about ESPN NFL Primetime is the consistency of the stats. We get to see, with the exception of the quarterback, we get to see a lot of like pass defenses, tips, sacks, rushes, and their yardage, catches, all that sort of stuff. Keeps us in the flow of the game a little more, and I feel like we have more knowledge of it.
What's the name of the game? Well, it's all about ball movement for
I'm
them.
not a one-man
They
statistician,
love to
you
share
know.
the rock. And we all
Charlotte
know
over
that
Dallas by
assists are a
3
great indicator
yesterday,
of how well the team is
44-41,
executing.
so it's not that Dallas is getting blown out. And maybe shouldn't be surprised if we take a look at the stats or the
quarter number 2. Just over a
scores
minute.
later and see that they beat Orlando, because they aren't losing badly
Trailing against
necessarily.
Mitchell. Pass to McCollum.
Mitchell to McCollum. Coming up to set the
Watford with a
screen.
5 on the clock.
Got
From
sucked
outside
into
the
it.
arc.
McCollum takes a
That's
3.
C.J. McCollum,
That'll
good
knock
for
it
3.
home. That was a very
McCollum's got
weird
his
looking
first 3
shot.
points of the game.
Or not even shot, but that was a very weird looking play because it looked like there was more than enough room, but just some weird magnetism there to suck him into the screen. Freed up McCollum for a nice look.
2 points. That one goes.
Fall away 2 for Jason Tatum.
The amount of mid-range jumpers that he takes, but it is still a natural part of his game.
San Antonio has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's McCollum. Uses the glass on the layup.
McCollum drives the lane, he uses the glass. Also, I sound like a walking billboard for Secret Base, but their
Who takes pleasure in
How to Make a Basket
defenses
series, very good as well.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter.
Probably mention that every time I
He's got 9.
do one of
Pass to
these.
Brown.
Tatum over to Brown.
Williams with it. There's the
Williams in the corner. Clean look. Splashes it home. 17-16. Team's getting into a bit of a better rhythm. Not really sure why the defender fell off him so
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
committedly, I guess, or so dramatically. Did not look to me like there was much action going on to where he would need to rotate in.
McCollum. The pass to Watford.
That's a nice pass.
Oh, a clear foul.
Draws the foul, and he'll shoot 2 to the line.
Pair at the line.
He took 4 or 5 steps toward the paint, and then just a quick, easy pass, and the cleanest look.
Long-range shooting has been
this story.
All right,
Doing
Watford
damage from
going to
deep.
go to the line.
Also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
The first one falls.
First
Kessler, he's
shot
checked in for
goes.
Indiana.
17
Cole
all
Anthony comes in
here.
for Jason
And
Tatum.
a much more interesting and a much higher scoring second quarter.
So he gets them both.
2 for 2 from the
Here in
line
quarter
gives the
two,
Spurs the
we've played
lead.
A little over 2.5 minutes now. Anthony feeling it out a bit.
Anthony over to Brown.
Finds Anthony.
Back to Anthony. Back to Brown.
Brown against Mitchell. Back to
Trying
Anthony.
to get a switch. I think they did. Anthony one-on-one. Got to get the shot up. He's going to get blocked. And it's going to be a 24-second violation.
Kleba, he's checking
That has
in for
been
San Antonio.
kind of a theme throughout this game, and it's been on both sides. One, maybe two players just kind of holding on to the ball way too much, way too long.
The Spurs have gotten 3 or 4
And that
field
play got
goals
set
in
up
the second
super
quarter.
late in the shot clock. It was a bad shot that was a nice defensive play to get the block on it, but
Pass
it's going to
Brittle.
lead to trouble. Politi,
Middleton outside. Jacks up a
Middleton for three.
With a rebound.
Rims out. Indiana comes away with the ball. Up to Williams. Williams, little mid-range jumper, too strong with the front iron.
The defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Alvarado, the pass to Middleton. And here's Kleba. Now here's Middleton, guarded by Trent.
Crisp, short passes from the Spurs. That is a beautiful look at a two and just could not get it to fall.
Indiana trailing here.
Oh, I thought that was good. I mean, how do you have a shot look that
And we've
open?
got 1:18 left.
Brown, he knocks home the three, and it's 20-18.
The other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
San Antonio has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second.
Happy daylight savings time, everybody, by the way.
Alvarado outside.
Or fall back. Hopefully you enjoyed your
Middleton.
extra hour of sleep.
Falls. He's now 1 for 3.
I know this video is going up on a Monday, but it's always nice to have a 49-hour weekend instead of a 48-hour weekend. Or when they take an hour away from us and you only get a 47-hour weekend. Gross.
Outside, Williams. Kessler up top.
Kessler, top of the key. Ooh, Gordon looked like he might have had a good look at a three. Ooh, that's not a good pass into Trent Jr. He's going to back up for three, and it's off the right iron. No good.
Gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter.
It looked like Trent Jr. wanted to drive the lane there, but the pass was just way too far behind. Took any momentum he had away.
Middleton against Trent.
Middleton.
Now Mitchell.
Oh, Mitchell. Little mid-range jumper. That one rattles in and out.
No clue how he missed.
Looked like a pretty good opportunity to drive the basket, but
Anthony outside. Lets it fly.
Anthony. Nice little look there, but a little too much power. Rattles out, and we are going to go to halftime. All knotted up at 20. Good half. Really one good quarter of a half there. Between the start and the halfway point of the second quarter, pretty entertaining. Otherwise, hasn't always looked great. So let's send you to the skippable guys over here.
They're coming out firing
We'll take a
from
look
deep
at the,
right now. The defense is spread thin. I'm talking
the top players.
1992 thin.
And switching things up just. And that'll do it. for
Donovan
us.
Mitchell
Thanks
and
for
Jason
stopping
Tatum,
by.
unsurprisingly,
Right
your
back
top
out to Brian
performers,
Anderson
each with
and
9
for the
points
start
and
of the
1
third
rebound.
quarter.
Tatum with the 1 assist, separating those two on the stat line. And we are here for half number 2.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half of the game that's been fairly even so far.
Shout out to
One
Boomer. I
source
like
here,
the
Jason
I like the
Tatum.
Pacers
And
mascot.
he getting it done today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half.
Spurs will check the ball in, and they'll have the first opportunity to get points in half number 2. Take a quick look at some NFL scores as Donovan Mitchell knocks home a 3 with a clean look. 9 points, field goal percentage of 44. Everything's been behind the arc for him.
No made baskets yet. Pass to Kessler.
Why are you insulting them? They haven't made a single basket. They haven't even taken a shot. Anthony, nice spin move in the lane. And finds a nice look there. Just a long clutch on that one.
Here's Alvarado. You know, when it comes to Cole Anthony, Grant, we knew he'd be a good NBA player.
Oh, I didn't realize there were still games going. Oh, it's only... Never mind. It makes way more sense. I thought it was later in the day. Mitchell pump fakes. Dancing around a little bit. Got the... Man, he got the step, and Anthony's going to pick up the foul. So Mitchell will go to the line for 2. Some nice moves there to free up some space. One of the few times we've actually seen a player make some moves to free up that kind of space in a one-on-one opportunity.
And the first one at the line is good.
We talked about the guys who play bigger than their listed size, and Donovan Mitchell is at the top of that list.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we can skip through the high fives. My bad. That's on me. Mitchell's second shot drops, and it's back out to a 3-point lead for the San Antonio Spurs. Just under a minute gone here in the second half. Tatum trying to beat Middleton. He finally gets around him, floats up and off the glass, high off the glass. The Spurs are going to take a quick timeout. 11 points for Jason Tatum, 6 of them coming in the mid-range. That was just a really nice drive and move. He does what Donovan Mitchell's able to do on the other side. Make a move one-on-one to free up some space. Great show. Nope. I don't know why it needs help the second time. Sorry.
Second half of basketball. Just
Mitchell?
over a minute played so far. And the ball out of play.
Wow. Okay. Good job using the sideline as a defender there. He just kind of bumped into him, and Mitchell stepped out of bounds. Weird turnover, but that came off of a timeout, too. They ran the ball up the floor with Mitchell and then stepped out of bounds immediately after drawing up a play on the sidelines. Step back for Tatum, flushed. First lead of the second half for the Indiana Pacers, 26-25. Been a close back-and-forth game throughout. Not always a pretty-looking game, though.
Williams against Kleba. Pass to Mitchell.
Man, all kinds of running from Mitchell there as he went all the way around the half court there. Mitchell kind of using a weird-looking screen. There's no reason not to be a little more aggressive on the defense there. Put a hand to the face. That shot was going up, and it wasn't going to be a pump fake. Anthony dangerously close to the midcourt line.
Taking it right to the defense.
Anthony
finds Tatum. Trying to drive on Middleton again. He'll step back beyond the arc. Too strong off the back iron. Spurs back with the ball. Middleton with it in his hands.
Tatum against Middleton.
Clearing out, setting up a screen. Tatum with a good job there to stick on the hip. Middleton with a drive into the lane, but Tatum, sticky defender there. Gets the rebound, fires it up to Anthony. Anthony, who looked like he could have driven to the basket, no problem. Step beyond the arc, went for 3, no good. Fast break stopped by the Pacers defense. Clustered up there. It's going to free up Mitchell for a good look at a 3. Ooh, but he can't get it to drop. Looks like the offense has been a little bit better here this time around. I feel like both sides have been been better, the offense and the defense. I don't think the defense was bad in this game. Just poor offense. There's been a little bit more effectiveness with what they've been able to set up and execute. That is a terrific jam for the Indiana Pacers. As Middleton, the defender that let that happen.
San Antonio is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third.
So 28-25.
Screen on Tatum.
Middleton from the mid-range. That is a nice little shot there. Indiana will take their first time out of the half.
Indiana decides to talk it over.
And with 1:47 to go in the third, it's 28-27. Whew. An exhausting chunk of basketball there to commentate. I probably really should have restarted my PC before I did this. Sucking up the CPU.
Browns checked in. The Spurs making a switch here.
So let's see if Indiana replicates what San Antonio did.
Indiana leading.
Call a timeout, run up the floor, get bumped out of bounds.
Outside, Williams.
They don't. Instead, Williams kind of just holding on to the ball. Kessler over to Anthony. Anthony to Williams. Williams looked like he held on to that ball for an extra second, a little indecisive, and then even when he was going to release it, looked like it was kind of an odd release, but knocked the shot down, and that'll push the lead out to 4, which I believe eclipses the largest lead either team has had.
Pirtle with a screen on Anthony. Alvarado, the pass to Pirtle.
Hurdle. Okay. I was not even close there.
Back to Middleton.
Into Middleton. Middleton to Pirtle. Pirtle. Oh, just couldn't get it to go. He's had a couple of good looks here in the second half, but hasn't been able to knock him down. That one was a little bit of a tougher shot. Williams off the screen, drives, mid-range, little floater in. And that'll push the lead to 6. Under a minute to go here. Donovan Mitchell, who I don't think has made a shot from inside the three-point line. He'll knock down yet another 3. I think the only reason he would not have a number, like a point total that's divisible by 3 is free throws. And hand off to Anthony. Anthony with a nice little pull-up jumper. He'll knock it down to push it out to 5.
In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Kind of a weird sticky defense there. Thought the defender Anthony had a better position to stay on the hip into a double team. Pass to Middleton. Middleton drives inside. He's in the corner. 2-1. Can't get it to go. That'll be the final shot of the third quarter. Big third quarter for the Pacers. They outscore the Spurs 15-10 and take a 5-point lead into the third quarter. Only game 1 of our doubleheader today. We'll be heading out to somewhere. Houston. Sacramento taking on Houston. I have a big old list of stuff, so. I think to Thursday's games, or Wednesday's games, excuse me. The 8th, yes, Wednesday. Wednesday's games should be all new teams, which is pretty exciting. NBA 2K rolling on here into the fourth quarter.
Carlisle had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground. Your job is just to stay in front of this guy. Don't blow by.
Coach Carlisle preaching.
I really like the way that they've been able to incorporate that. It sounds like a little weird, but it's a cool little touch. The on-the-court stuff is actually pretty good. If it wasn't monetized to hell, I think it's a much more understandable game. You know, like, oh man, I enjoy the way 2K plays. But I can also understand if it's like a little vanilla and doesn't feel like it's that great. Mitchell drives inside. Shot up and in. Not bad defense, just a better shot offensively.
Indiana's gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight.
Not a great percentage from beyond the arc. Oh, there's a kick to Boucher. Wait, are there two guys with the same name?
San Antonio
Boucher?
trailing here.
Boucher?
Pass to McCullum.
Spurs looking for perhaps a tie here with Donovan Mitchell handling the ball. He's going to drive it inside. Not great defensive positioning by Tatum, but gets bailed out by a shot that's a little too strong from Donovan Mitchell. Score remains the same, 35-32.
Here's Pritchard. McCullum defends. Tatum feeling it out.
Tatum one-on-one, driving to his left. Inside, turnaround fall away.
Watford pulls it down.
Well, that's what you get when you go for style
Yeah.
with the fadeaway.
Yeah, just a gross shot.
Down low.
Would have looked cool for the highlight, but in that context, just again, a team member hold on to the ball way too long, trying too hard to get around one dude.
And the Pacers call time.
Pacers will take a timeout.
Adjustments are part of every game.
They have not
In
looked
every
good here in the
quarter
first
of a
minute
game.
and 40
I think
seconds of the
Coach sees
fourth
something
quarter.
here.
Bad time to not
This is a
look good.
opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
So Indiana going with an almost entire new group here. Kessler, he's checked in for Gafford. Williams comes in for Boucher. Gary Trent Jr., he's checked in for Brown. And Cole Anthony subbed in for Pritchard. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. Coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team. How bad do you want it? Right now, this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now here's
Trent Jr. into Anthony. Anthony with good defense. I think it was Alvarado there. Tried to go for the steal, but because he didn't get it, it left Anthony in free and clear lane to get to the basket. That's a good way to get into a rhythm here. First made shot of the fourth quarter for the Pacers. 37-34.
Outside Mitchell.
On the outside, Mitchell trying to drive. Backs out. Pump fakes. Just again one-on-one. Kessler picks up a screen, gets a clean look at a three, and buries it to tie it up at 37.
Lito's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Is it Kessler or is it Kelser?
Now here's Anthony. He's closely guarded. To the paint. Here's Kessler.
Nice find inside, and that is Kessler. Maybe it might be Kelser because I might have the wrong name on the other side.
It's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes
Nice
2
find
points.
on in the
Moves
paint,
on.
easy bucket.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter.
Alvarado
here, just over 2.5
brings it
minutes
up the
into
floor halfway through quarter number 4.
Alvarado right side. Kleba outside.
Kleba. Okay, sorry. I read that totally incorrectly. I apologize.
Hurdle with a screen on Trent.
Oh, Kessler got beat. Absolutely got beat.
Cutting into
That was a no-win scenario for Kessler on the defensive side. They probably pretty smartly double-teamed Donovan Mitchell, but it left the big man free and clear for the bucket.
Indiana with it. After the basket by San Antonio. Up top, Tatum.
Again, Tatum just holding on to that ball for a very long time.
Tatum passes to Trent.
24-second shot clock, and he had it until the 10-second mark. Gets away with a three there. Kessler comes away with the rebound after the missed shot. Puts it up and in. That is a big play. Don't love watching Jason Tatum with the ball in that scenario. Hold on to it for 14 seconds. Donovan Mitchell kind of working on that sort of thing on the other end. Pops back for a three. Somebody came in flying in to block that shot. Some poor defensive effort at times where they're right there and they just don't go up with the ball. Very weird. It's a huge three by Donovan Mitchell, by the way. Tatum tries the crossover but just can't get it to work. Oh, it's going to be a nice shot from Middleton. Oh my goodness.
A clutch performer who's unafraid of the spotlight.
44-41. Kessler tries to free up Tatum. Tatum drives inside. Can't get it to fall. Oh no. Oh, a nice steal. Excellent steal by the Pacers, who were going to bring it up the floor. Kicks over to Tatum. Tatum with Middleton all over him. Steps around the screen for three. Gets it to go. 44 all. Whoa.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed.
It's nice to see people who don't back down under pressure. It's also nice to see those same players pass the ball every once in a while, you know? Spurs trying to key it in, but taking a really long time. Mitchell goes up with a fake. There he goes up for the shot. Straight away, but can't get it to fall. San Antonio will get at least one more chance. 8-second difference or so between shot and game clock. Tatum for another three. Couldn't get it. Oh, and the Spurs come away with the rebound. Shot clock turned off. I want to say Tatum's taken each of the last, like, 4 shots for this Indiana Pacers team. Kessler had a nice putback. All right. This would be a good opportunity. I know I've complained about it all game, but it would be a good opportunity for them to just hold on to the ball until the absolute last moment. Mitchell probably should have driven the basketball right there. Take the more guaranteed points and trust yourself defensively, but holding the ball here until the final 5 seconds while I start to engage. Trying to get around, steps back, pump fakes, nothing. Up with the three, rims out and nothing. So we're going to overtime. Tied at 44. 3-minute overtime period coming up. Tatum and Mitchell seem like they're trying to outduel each other. And neither could come up with that game-winning bucket, each with a decent look. Tatum's look probably a little bit better than Mitchell's. But again, I go to the fact that, like, look at, if you go back, as soon as they key it in, as soon as Mitchell gets his hands on it, is the better way to phrase that. But once Mitchell gets it in his hands, he beats the defender. Has a free and clear lane, it looks like, to get into the paint, draw a foul, make an easy 2. I know you'd have to give it up defensively, or, you know, figure it out defensively, but just take the points. Williams dangerously close to that sideline there. Got to be attentive of where he is on the floor. Looking for Kessler. Kessler trying to dribble around. Finds Tatum. Tatum in the mid-range. He's going to back out to 3. Fall away. Rims out. Pretty awful Pacers possession there.
Middleton outside. Pirtle, screen on Tatum. Middleton passes to Pirtle.
Pirtle. Around to Mitchell. Mitchell right into a couple of defenders there. Switch to the big guy. That is a mismatch in favor of, I would guess, the Pacers, but the speed of Mitchell, I feel like, would be able to get around him. Either team with great possessions here to open the overtime period. Tatum gets it knocked away by Alvarado. Alvarado has it on the fast break. Gordon with a pretty good foul there. Or Anthony, excuse me. Anthony with a foul. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I kind of like, you know, make sure that they don't get the shot. And Alvarado will go to the line for the first points of the overtime period, and they will come via the free throw.
So the
first one goes. Still plenty of time, obviously, in this this OT period.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line.
2 for 2, and a 2-point lead.
At the end is huge in this league. So many games are decided by razor-thin margins.
Oh man, there's a wide open Anthony. Anthony doesn't pull on the shot. Kessler, oh, inside to Tatum. Tatum with a nice little shot, puts it back up and in. Nice job to follow his shot, get the rebound, put it back up, tie the game up. Mitchell working around, step. Oh my goodness. That man got turned around. He was on the floor, and somehow he did not come away with the shot. Tatum step back three. Got it. Jason Tatum putting the whole team on his back, even though no one asked him to. 5 straight points for Tatum gives him a 3-point lead. 49-46. 1:15 to go. Mitchell. Setting up the screen. Mitchell, pretty good look at a 3. He gets it to go. And that'll tie it up at 49 apiece. We have had overtime several times, actually, in this series, but never a double overtime. Is today the day? One of the better overtime periods we're having as well, where we've had a couple of times where teams just gotten skunked. And it's like, oh, couldn't have done that in regulation. Tatum, open 3, got it. Spurs will take a timeout. They have 1 remaining, 42.3 to go here. Exciting first game. This is what you're hoping for. You put 2 good teams on display, and you get a good game. Did it start good? No. Sure did. I love Blimp Camp. I love Blimp Camp so much. Mainly because I like that they have a blimp indoors. A blimp feels like very much like an outdoor situation, but they're like, nah, we're going to let it float around the stadium a little bit. Obviously, I don't understand the core concept about blimps. Mitchell. This looks like just like a mess. Mitchell way beyond the arc. Everything about that play sucked. That was what they drew up out of a timeout. We have seen twice now the Spurs have called a timeout and had just the most miserable possession. The first one, they stepped on the out of bounds or the sideline and turned it over out of bounds. What was that play? It was such a cluster in the middle. There's nothing to do. I also don't love that they're fouling here. At least give yourself an opportunity to play good defense. But I guess try to extend the game as long as possible.
He hits the first one.
Tatum hits the first.
Yeah, coach has to love that it's Tatum at the line. He's such a clutch performer.
Well, I don't know about that. Tatum knocks down the second one. So 54-49 in game in this overtime match.
Now a timeout called by San Antonio. They're losing by 5. 26 seconds left in the OT period.
And look at sad Coach Pop, who was happy Coach Pop because Becky Hammond won the WNBA title as a coach. Congratulations to the Aces. Donovan Mitchell. They don't really have time for whatever he's trying to do. They're going to try and set the screen, take the 3. He'll get it. He'll get it. Tatum being the inbounder, not great for the Pacers. Especially when it takes them nearly 5 seconds to throw the ball in. So let's see who goes to the line. Tatum did miss a free throw earlier in this game. Gary Trent Jr. Can he put it away? 14 seconds to go here. We got to trade 3s for 2s.
He drops the first one. And that makes
all right, 3-point lead. Can he knock it to a 2-possession game? And second free throw is good. No timeouts for the Spurs. 56-52. Donovan's got to get up the floor and find a shot. Ooh. Wow. Okay. What? Did not think that was going to happen. What? Pacers take a timeout. I like the call. I like the timeout there. Try to set up your defense a little better. You just need one more stop. You need 2 good free throws.
7 seconds left in the OT period.
Boy, if we end up in a double overtime where it's only going to be a 1-game episode. 7.2 to go here. This is exciting. The bump to Hall of Fame difficulty, I've talked about it, is ginormously helpful. If you go back and look at the first 2K24 video I did on the channel, we looked at them from a regular difficulty standpoint.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, and there's no question.
And once the team got out to a lead, that was kind of it. The switch has made it much more competitive, unless for whatever reason you're the Milwaukee Bucks, in which case they just run other teams out of the building when we have them featured. I don't really know why they're chanting MVP. It's like the 5th game of the season. Relax.
He gets the first.
How funny would it have been if he missed that? So funny. So funny if he would have missed that. Makes both 6.2.
It's a 3-point game.
And those were some big
All right, they're going to throw it into Alvarado. Alvarado. They're going to kick to that guy. What?
And so the big win by Indiana in a tight game. They escape with the W.
I have no idea why that didn't get keyed into Donovan Mitchell. No idea. 58-55 your final. Even if you throw it into Alvarado and he brings it up the floor, I don't think you want the ball in his hand from that range. He did knock down a 3 earlier, but it was far closer.
What did you like about this team's performance tonight?
Our toughness. And, we figuring it out. It's early, but we taking it game by game, quarter by quarter, and everybody contributing. So, I like it.
Thanks, Jason.
I like
Thanks,
it.
Allie. Great interview once again.
All right.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Woo.
This is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. Now it's time for the New Balance Player of the Game, Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum, your player of the game, as the Pacers win 58-55. Let's head out to Houston to take a look at the Sacramento Kings taking on the Houston Rockets, which I believe is both new teams, so that's exciting. Go to the Daily View. We could see play game. Part of me wants to go back here. Just real quick. Ooh, the Dallas Mavericks, they pull off a win. Wow, good for them. 17-9 in the second quarter. 17-11 in the fourth. Wow. Good job. Dallas Mavericks, they get off the losing streak. They're 1-6 now. All right, let's play this one. Ooh. Oh my goodness. This Rockets team seems unfair.
The main event is kicking into motion. From Toyota Center in Houston, the Kings taking on the Rockets. For the Kings, just below 500. 2 wins through the first 5 games. They're ready to step on the gas tonight. Rockets.
Brandon Ingram?
Tip-off coming right up.
Oh yes, I love the highlight reels that are supposed to have music. Oh, Markelle Fultz. Interesting. I was wondering if we would see him. I don't know if he's like a starter level player. Kings, Rockets. I do need to get in some of the other some of the other uniforms in the game. I do intend to do that. Okay. There's a save logo for some reason. Is that just going to be in the corner the whole time?
On Wednesday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Friday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now Sacramento starting 5.
Is that seriously going to just be in the corner the entire time?
And it's quickly in at the shooting guard position.
All right, well, I don't think it liked that I jumped into the game, backed out, and looked at it. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Klay Thompson, John Wall, Kawhi Leonard. There's your matchup, Ingram versus Leonard. Home court advantage C+ for the Houston Rockets. Click the camera back on to get you prepared for game number 2. Brought to you by Nutter Butters, the peanut butter lovers cookie. And the cookie that I lost one time. Someone stole a Nutter Butter from me, and I don't know what happened. But my goodness, did I fall apart. James Wiseman throws into Leonard. We're going to have to do the camera thing. I promise I will get it fixed. I will get it fixed on the next episode. Leonard high off the glass, but can't get it to go. Gobert almost falls out of bounds.
Here's Harden. Outside,
Martin trying to drive.
Kicks it out to Harden to the inside.
Harden kind of inside out there to Ingram. Ingram looking for a...
Ingram fires from way outside.
Ooh, that's a good job by Klay Thompson to force him back to make that shot even tougher than it already was. Ingram could not find the stroke. John Wall now with the ball. He'll dump it into Wiseman. Wiseman jump stop and pops it in. Left hand finish there.
And one of the best people in the league as well.
That'll get our scoring started 1 minute into this one. Harden currently now playing for the Clippers, I want to say. He keeps bouncing around from team to team.
Outside, Mark. The pass to Ingram.
Into Ingram. Ingram, nice move inside, or too aggressive by Kawhi Leonard on the defensive side, and that's what it was. Looking for that. Looking for that steal.
Passes to Thompson.
Thompson for 3. One half of the Splash Brothers rattles out. Go Cougs. Speaking of the Washington State Cougars. He was at the Cougars-Badgers game that I went to. That was pretty cool. Didn't see him. He was just on the field.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover
Martin.
from that letdown.
What a nice shot there. Beautiful stroke from beyond the arc. We have a 5-2 Sacramento lead.
There's the dish to Thompson.
Thompson spin move inside into a double, almost triple team. Gets it knocked away, and now it's one-on-one with him on Harden. Quickly. Nice. Wow, it's a great offensive play. It's a nice flush there off of an excellent pass from James Harden. I think you're kind of seeing why this Rockets team isn't maybe as dynastic as I thought they were. I think one of these teams, I believe the Kings are 2-3. The other team, which would be the Rockets, is 3-2. You kind of see the starting lineup for the Houston Rockets, and you go, "Oh, this team should be one loss, maybe undefeated with just that kind of talent." But it seems that defensively they are lacking some skill. On the flip side, a little surprised that the Kings potentially have a losing record going into this one. Wiseman almost stepped out of bounds, but regains his positioning and finds Leonard. Leonard can't get it to drop. Ice cold start for the Houston Rockets.
Taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
2 minutes remaining. Now here's Ingram. Standing at 12. Over Leonard. And it's Ingram missing.
Oh, can't punish.
Feels like Sacramento should actually be up by more. They've had a couple of decent looks that just haven't gone their way.
Steady jump shooter.
A 7-point lead and is still a very good lead to have. Thompson for 3. He gets it to go.
Yeah, raise your hand if you're surprised that Klay Thompson racked up 3 more points.
I'm not surprised at all. Nice drive by Harden. Rolls it off the fingers, and it's come from inside the paint. Kind of like the Kings jerseys. I do think that they're the new city uniforms or whatever they call them are awful. Awful. And I just mean all of them. All of them in general are bad.
Rough go in recent years. And Udoka took the Celtics to the NBA Finals in his lone season as head coach. They're not expecting that kind of success right away, but they're hopeful he can turn things in the right direction.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Achua, he's checked in for Wiseman. Little comes in for Jabari Smith. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in
DiVincenzo.
and it's Fulton for John Wall.
So the Rockets take a timeout. They're down 6 and see what they drew up out of the timeout. DiVincenzo over to Leonard. Leonard drives inside, beats Ingram. Nice little Euro step. He'll get the layup off the glass and in.
Here's White. Carter outside.
White kicks to Carter on the outside.
Here's the screen.
Driving. Ooh, it was a nice idea. The double team was kind of there, but just didn't see the guy filling the lane. Throws the interception. The Rockets, they could take this down to 2, maybe a 1-point game. Nice find to Achua. Achua off the high glass, but can't get it to fall.
He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Rockets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Line for your Rockets. Precious Achua. 2 shots.
Shots?
And that one falls for Achua. Houston making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. And then for Sacramento.
So a quick breather for some of the starters. I'll be back on the floor here as we play out the final 34.7 seconds of the first quarter. Second free throw is good, so 11-9. Good timeout by Houston. Cooled the Kings off just a little bit, got themselves a little more organized. And they're back in this game.
That was against the Golden State Warriors. Taking them to 7. Ultimately, they came up short, but they've got a ton to be excited about moving forward.
Nice job defensively, Achua and DiVincenzo, I believe, forcing the alteration of the shot to Fultz. Over to Thompson. Going for the tie, maybe the lead. 2, 1. Thompson at the buzzer gets it, and we are all tied up at 11. 0.3 seconds to go, but great defensive effort on the other end of the floor. Transitioned into some offense, and Houston climbs back into this game. Tied at 11. We take a look at some highlights here. Kind of that's an interesting first quarter as well. More from the prospect of, or from the perspective of Houston really controlled the second half of that first quarter after that timeout, especially. Sacramento got out to a really hot start but cooled off.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game.
So a very smart timeout.
Houston, what do you guys think?
Going to the bench early.
Used by Houston.
Knew what they were doing.
They're looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
And so White will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You can't allow
Wait, did the
opponent to shoot
Kings and the Rockets play back-to-back games?
If you do, it's just going to be
nice
so
find to
tough
Harden,
keep
who
up.
drains the three.
We've got Bagley. White is out there with Harden. And it's Green, and it's Richards.
Boy, the Las Vegas Raiders, huh? Really showing that Jimmy Garoppolo and
Kings leading now by 3.
Mike McDaniels were the problem.
Harden outside. It's White on the wing.
What was I looking up? Oh, I was looking up NBA scores here.
finish off the break.
DiVincenzo likes to get out into
Yeah,
the open
interesting.
court to try to make something
So that would have been yesterday, yeah. So the Kings play the Rockets in Houston 2 games in a row.
To limit the load on players, and Brent, some say it creates the opposite effect. Players
that is
not
weird.
conditioned to the level they need to be.
You're wondering the next couple of years, Kevin, if some of the coaches just
Sorry about
depending
that.
on
Let's see, 14-13 our score here, as Sacramento was going to take a timeout, just over a minute gone.
Creative ways to get more practice time in. We know practice time is where teams improve the most.
Blimp Cam. Back, everybody. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.
How he did last season. He was around 9 points.
Kobe White, 9.7 points a game.
And 3 rebounds.
2
Play
assists.
some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
I just want to kick back and lounge here because when this guy's hot, it's a love story. And when he's cold, it's a nightmare. So sit back, get your popcorn. Let's see what he does.
Quarter number 2.
Harden, that was a really nice find. That's a Bagley. Picks up his dribble, finds Harden in the corner. Bagley coming to set a screen. Harden inside, step back, takes the 2 off the rim, but doesn't matter because Bagley, that's what I thought it was Marvin Bagley. Marvin Bagley coming up and slamming it home off the offensive rebound.
Rockets trail by 3. Fultz looking around. The pass to Thompson.
Fultz over to Thompson. 16-13 game here. Thompson off the screen and a clean look knocks home the 3.
The Kings have gone 2 or 3 from the field.
Players, it's so funny to me to see big sweaty dudes just sitting on a scorer's table.
Incredibly resilient player. Look at all he's overcome.
When you think about those injury
Ooh.
dealt out to Clay.
Harden moved to his right, tried to find a little bit of space, did, but it's a little too much on the basket.
Now here's Fultz.
Fultz
Harden missing his last shot. Fultz the pass.
throws into Achua, but it's a steal. Not a great move from Fultz there, or a great decision to pass that ball in that situation. Richards hands off to Harden. Harden, excuse me, driving on DiVincenzo, looked like. It's like, is that Bagley? Oh, into Achua, but he plays for the Rockets. We're going to bring it up the floor. A little mid-range jumper doesn't go from Klay Thompson. And they'll come up the floor the other way, right on the sideline. I don't know how that's not out of bounds. Also, a little surprised he didn't take that shot. It looked like he had a pretty good look at it. White gets around the screen, throws into Achua again, but he, again, still plays for the Rockets. DiVincenzo with an incredibly athletic play up the sideline, finds Fultz. Fultz drives inside, mid-range. Gets it to drop. Points off turnovers, Rockets 6, Kings only 2. That is a good sign for the Rockets, and part of why they got back into this game. Some good defensive stops, get some turnovers. Somehow the defense looked like it was in perfect position, but it just wasn't somehow. Interesting. Houston will take a timeout, their second of the half. They lead 18, or excuse me, it's tied at 18 with 1:32 to go.
Houston with a big group substitution here. James Wiseman, he's checked in for Precious Achua. Smith comes in for Little. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Thompson. And John Wall subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Nick Richards. Martin comes in for Green. Ingram, he's checked in for Kobe White. And quickly in for James
Wiseman deep 2. Nice find there. You actually kind of like him to step back and take the 3 there. Knock it home. But hey, good look at it too is perfectly fine. Ingram, he'll take the shot from deep, and that will splash home. Ingram was just a wide open look there. Excellent offensive design for the Sacramento Kings. Get one of their star players a star player look. Chris Paul, he's been a little quiet in this game.
He has yet to score.
They're making fun of him too. Excellent. Wasting a bunch of time on the shot clock. I'm sure his teammates are happy with that. Wiseman goes up, and Gobert is going to get whistled for the foul. Gobert also quiet today as well. Haven't really called his name too much.
James Wiseman. 2 shots.
Shots? 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Still a ton of intrigue around what it is that James Wiseman is going to be in the NBA. It's really about him staying healthy and getting a consistent opportunity to be solid.
Houston making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked
So DiVincenzo comes back into the game.
Carter's checked in.
Second free throw is up and good.
Good for Wiseman.
Houston regains the lead with 41 seconds to go.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Carter, the pass to Martin.
Martin inside. Ingram.
Here's Ingram.
Leonard
And there the Kings
on the defensive side, but Ingram with just a beautiful step back shot there.
Helpless and turned around. He's so
There was
dangerous
nothing,
when he's
there
in
wasn't
this
much
kind of rhythm.
Kawhi Leonard was going to be able to do there.
For Houston, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Outside Wall.
Wall to Wiseman. Wiseman with a wall of defenders. Wall. Oh, it's John Wall, not Chris Paul. Is it Chris Paul? John Wall? No, it's Wall. It's Wall, not Chris Paul. I apologize. I apologize. The 3 threw me off. I thought I read Chris Paul at the beginning of the game, but that's on me. Sorry about that. All right, pretty even half. 23-22. Sacramento leads. Feels like they are the team that's been dominating this game. They should be up by more, but they've let this Houston Rockets team stick around a little bit, and we've seen how dangerous that can be from a team like Sacramento's perspective. You want to put these teams away and keep them put away. Don't let them overcome 7-point deficits. Granted, it was early, but
my family doesn't think it's all for the kids, but I appreciate your sentiment. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start.
oh yes, bike tricks. Let's go. Wait, hold on. I thought he was going to throw up through his mask. All right, skipping through the halftime show.
In the East, Damian Lillard.
It's a privilege.
Devin Booker, Western Conference Player of the Game. We'll see him next time.
Let's switch back to the Sacramento Kings, dealing with a thin margin at the half.
At the offensive end, they were
All right, who are the top players so far? Brandon Ingram with 9 points and Achua. Wow, Precious Achua, 2-1-1, and that is your top player for the Houston Rockets. They're only down by 1 point, though.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Brandon Ingram with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You've got Wiseman
All right,
all out there with
Sacramento up the floor first, looking for Ingram, and we're going to get a foul right off the bat. Gobert, second personal foul.
When a pick like that is
Wow.
questionable, it
Wow.
creates that much of
That's
an
like the only time we've called Gobert's name, and it's on a foul. That is a terrible way to start the half.
Get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Wiseman one-on-one with Gobert. He'll hand to Thompson. Thompson step back, looking for 2, but can't find it. Like it just kind of rattled off that left rim.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting
Quickly looking for Harden. Harden driving on Wall. Harden up over Wall's defense, and that'll drop for 2. So 8 of 17 field goals for the Rockets, 11 of 17 for the Kings. Slight difference in made field goals, slight difference in score. Oh, they had a wide open Smith Jr. He passed up the 3-pointer. It was a late throw from Wall. Wall from 3. That was for 3. You know what's interesting? I'm having a harder time figuring out if it's going to be a 3 or not in this game than like NCAA 06. And those are mascots with big stupid feet that aren't programmed correctly. Or they're programmed probably the way they should be. But Ingram trying to stay in the flow, in rhythm. He had a strong performance in the first half.
Because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Thompson finds Wiseman.
Thompson to Wiseman, Wiseman to Thompson. Smith Jr. to Wall. Everybody's touching it on this one. Leonard in the corner with 3 on the shot clock. He's going to turn around, fall away, and splash home the 2. Houston takes the lead, 27-25.
Scoring instinct, so fun to watch him work in the half court.
A 2-time Finals MVP, Kawhi Leonard.
Ingram, he drove. It looked like he was going to drive the ball into the lane, but instead pulled for a shot right around the free throw line, and it gets it to go. 27-27.
Players this game has ever seen.
And now the latest from our reporter, David
Thompson for 3. He'll knock it home. 1/2 the Splash Brothers.
After his ACL tear during the 2021 playoffs, he said, "I missed a whole year of basketball. I don't want to take anything for granted. I'm just trying to live in the moment and bring a sense of energy."
Harden absolutely destroyed John Wall on that offensive possession. He did not. He somehow had a worse look, but he cleanly beat John Wall. That was what some of the players were looking for in our first game. Smith Jr. with the shot. That one rims out, no good. But Harden, I mean, it looked like he had 2 or 3 good opportunities there. In for the alley-oop. Instead, it's just a nice little alley layup there.
both ends of that pretty alley. I gotta say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Off the glass and in, beating Wiseman on the play.
Houston's gone 2
And it is 30-29 here.
Thompson outside.
Thompson for 3.
And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Wow, what a surprise. Klay Thompson made a 3.
Assist tonight.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Timeout called by the Kings.
Kings looking to do kind of what the Houston Rockets did them in the first quarter. Call a timeout. Gather yourself, make some substitutions maybe, but try and slow this Houston Rockets team down a little bit. They've had some really nice looks from 3. They've been able to knock him down. Kawhi Leonard awfully quiet in today's game. Between John Wall, Kawhi Leonard, and Rudy Gobert, it just feels like we haven't had much of a reason to really talk about any of them. Been a lot of James Harden, a lot of Ingram. That's the other player. Brandon Ingram and James Harden have been the main pieces on the Sacramento Kings side. And a lot of Klay Thompson for the... Wow. Wow. That looked like pretty solid defense by Kawhi Leonard. Hand in the face and everything, and just could not affect the shot enough. John Wall throws in to Thompson, who lightly dunks it home. I thought that was going to be I mean, that's a really good pass.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Throw it in, take the easy 2. Ingram inside, Leonard guarding him. Their fall away from Ingram, can't get that one to drop. Achua's been a big piece of the Houston Rockets as well, forcing some turnovers. Wiseman has the ball. He's going to kick to Achua. Achua to Leonard. Leonard with a 3 that just doesn't go. That is probably the best look Leonard's had at a shot all day long, and he can't get it to drop. Harden on John Wall. Nice bounce pass to Quickly, who throws it inside to Harden.
Harden against Wall. Takes it from 10.
Harden just could not get that shot to fall. Interesting little maneuver there. Didn't really shake the defender much.
Especially on the inside.
Here's Thompson.
Thompson working inside. Beautiful move. Frees himself some space and knocks it to a 5-point lead. Ingram from half court. Ooh, nothing. All right, so Klay Thompson, he's been your guy for Houston.
We come back right after this.
We're getting ready to head to the fourth quarter. Right here, youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, NBA 2K24 random rosters. Other days of the week, you can catch MVP 06 baseball if you so choose. If not, hey, that's cool. Gameplay goes up in the morning. Be checking out Gunhead this week. Tomorrow morning will be random rosters in ESPN NFL. Thirsty Suitors gameplay went up this weekend.
I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Coaches talk about.
We'll take a look at the State Farm assist to the game. We'll also be maybe taking a look at RoboQuest. It kind of depends on when Gunhead comes out. I think because it's on PlayStation, I don't think it launches at like 9 p.m. I think it comes out at 9 a.m. the next day. So we'll probably check out both of them, both of those first-person shooter roguelikes. Roguelikes and roguelites. Fourth quarter action starting here, and it's going to lead to a turnover. Looked like it was going to be a second shot opportunity for the Houston Rockets. They force a miss on the other end. Thompson to Little to Fultz. Just wiggling it around to everybody. Achua to Thompson. Back to Achua to Little. Everybody's touching the ball there. And that gets him a 3. Nasir Little. Pretty good look there.
There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
And it's the Kings with the ball.
Houston was a team, and I probably shouldn't have, but I thought they were going to get knocked out of this game pretty easily. Spin move from Harden, who throws up a 3, no good. But they looked so bad coming out of the gate. I just couldn't get those shots to fall. And Sacramento got off to such a good start, you thought, they just kind of keep it going, but they I really feel like they let Houston stick around, get into a bit of a rhythm. And even though it was early in the game, the Kings just have not been able to respond all that well. They've kept it tight. But especially this second half has been brutal for Sacramento. And this start to the fourth quarter even colder somehow. 43-32, looking for Fultz. Thompson and Fultz, a little collision there at the top on the wing. Wiggling inside, Thompson. Ooh, kicked it to DiVincenzo just a little bit too late. He'll set the screen. They're going to kick it back to the corner. Thompson for 3. Couldn't get it to drop. Sacramento getting a little bit of a shot here. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. Richards with the ball at the top. Tries to drive inside into a double team. Kicks to Harden. Harden for 3. Got it. They'll knock that down to 8.
From the first half. He had 1 before the break. That's his first 3 of this half.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
I like the timeout by Houston. Their offense looked a little discombobulated. Just kind of talk things over. Hey, we're halfway to a victory here in this fourth quarter. Don't let them back into the game like they let us back into this game.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Heisman's checked in for Precious Achua. Smith comes in for Little. Leonard, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo.
They're bringing in some legs here for the last.
Substitution here for Sacramento. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Nick Richards. Martin comes in for Marvin Bagley. Ingram, he's checked in for Green.
Bringing in some legs for the last half of this fourth quarter.
Got some time to check in from the sidelines.
Throw the ball in, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin.
That time to John Wall.
In on Ime Udoka's huddle with his team. Now he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. Done a good job getting those
Really holding on to the ball here. Wiseman trying to set a screen. He threw it, tried to kick it to Wiseman, but it just didn't work. It's a free and easy dunk for the Sacramento Kings. Yikes. That was the play you ran coming out of a timeout. John Wall, be sure to hold the ball at the top of the floor for 15 seconds and then throw a turnover, huh? Thompson for three. He gets it to go. 46-37. That's a big three for Thompson. Fun little camera angle there.
Kings have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Ingram deciding where to go.
Spin move by Ingram. Ingram with, ooh, man, with Leonard all over him. Ingram, 16 points
on the offensive end. He'll score
in today's game. 46-39. Thompson trying to drive inside. Finds a little lane to step back, but it just rims out on him.
And it's Harden with the ball for Sacramento.
Sacramento needs another. Ooh, Ingram coming up clutch here. 18 on 8 of 13. The rest of the team has 23 on 10 of 19 shooting. Leonard for three. He got it. Leonard, I don't know that he's had a lot of good looks at baskets today. We haven't called his name a lot, but we haven't called his name a lot offensively. He's been the key defender on Brandon Ingram. They get him a clean look at a three, and he finally splashes it home. That's a huge three. Going up the floor, looking at it, going 46-39, and then 46-41. You go, Sacramento needs 2 good defensive stops. And they don't even have to get threes on the return trip down the floor. They can knock down a couple of twos and cut that lead to 1. But now the lead's back out to 8. Harden with the ball, kicks it into Ingram. Ingram, he's going to throw up another one. That one rims out. It's like Gobert's down on the floor, so it's a 5-on-4 for the Houston Rockets. Throws inside. Leonard can't get the shot to go. It's going to be a timeout. And Gobert is injured. It was a 5-on-4, and they still could not get points.
It's always scary. Yeah, it reminds you of what's really important. Health, number 1. Everything else comes after that.
Sacramento making a switch here.
Okay.
Bagley's checked in.
So Sacramento takes their final timeout with 53.1 seconds to go. It feels like a big miss for Houston. Houston Houston outnumbered them and couldn't get the shot to go.
The Kings have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Ingram passes to Bagley.
Oh, Ingram into Bagley. Bagley coming through with a big slam right there.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. .46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they go to the
They're going to go with the intentional foul. James Harden, first team, first personal. And they will check it in. They're going to get fouled again. And this starts to get a little bit weird. I don't think you want Harden picking up those personals in case it goes to overtime. And that is who was picking them up. It's John Wall at the line. Ooh, first one missed.
Throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
And you gotta respect Wall's tenacity. This is a
0 for 2 from the line. That's who you want on the line.
To give his all.
Quickly kicks to Ingram.
Now Sacramento does have time to work with to work through some of this. They keep trying to get it to Ingram. Ingram's going to take a long two. Not sure he knew where he was on the floor. They're going to hand the ball to Wall, who just missed 2 free throws. That was a huge wasted opportunity by the Sacramento Kings. Coming away with nothing on the other end. Ugh. I don't think Harden really touched the ball much in that spot, and then it just seemed like Ingram didn't know where he was on the floor.
So he gets them both.
So he'll knock it down. And that should just about do it here for this one. Houston with a really good effort. Doing a good job making sure that they didn't fall too far behind. A really good timeout early in this game. It's hard. I feel like it's overstressing, but it slowed the Kings down, and I don't think the Kings ever got back into a rhythm. So Houston comes away victorious.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it
Oh.
away.
Oh, my back.
Thanks very much. Kawhi, how satisfied
My
are
back.
you with your team's performance tonight in this win?
We did a great job tonight. You know, we got to come.
Wait, why are they talking to Kawhi Leonard? There's no way he was your player of the game or anything.
We made shots and we ended up winning the game.
You took it to him when it mattered, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you for that, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg
Klay
Anthony,
Thompson, your New Balance player of the game.
This is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching.
51-43 your score here.
Now, let's check out our New Balance player of the game, Klay Thompson.
Maybe this Rockets team will be dangerous as we move through this season. Seemed like maybe they got off to a bit of a slow start, but perhaps this is kind of the time where you start to get it to click. I don't remember. Did the 2K thing? I'm assuming it left at some point. Are you auto-saving? What's happening? Anyway, that'll do it for us today. Let's go ahead and simulate through the date, and we'll get you some. We'll take a look at some scores. The Golden State Warriors, they improved to 2-6. What's going on? All the cords are tangled. Oh god. They improved to 2-6 with a victory over the Detroit Pistons 49-45. We saw the Pacers beat the Spurs 58-55 in overtime. The Magic fall for only the second time this season. It gives the Mavericks their first victory of the season, 57-48, your final in Orlando. Let's see. 76ers beat the Wizards 48-42. Nets fall to the Bucks. The Bucks 3-3, but it seems like when they're winning by double digits. 47-37 your score there. Lakers fall to the Heat 40-36 to drop to 3-4 on the season. The Knicks, they lose to the Clippers. Clippers 56-48 winners in that one. The Bulls lose to the Jazz 60-54. Are any home teams winning here? The Heat, they were a home team that won. The Pacers were a home team. Okay, there's more home teams that won. A lot of away teams getting the best of the home team. We saw the hometown Rockets beat the Kings 51-43. And then, how many more games we got? 3 more games to look at here. Timberwolves, they fall to 3-3 to the Celtics, who pick up their second win, 56-48. Tight one in overtime. Hawks, they beat the Thunder 47-45. Looking to get to 500 in their next outing. And then the Denver Nuggets, they win over the Pelicans. They are 5-3. So, look, feels like it's going to be really clustered standings-wise, which we can take a look at here. Standings, NBA standings. Charlotte's up top in the East. Couple of 5-2s. That's the kind of your Eastern Conference. Western has the Denver Nuggets on top. They are tied with the Houston Rockets. 5-3 and 4-2. A lot of 4-3s. Okay. There you go. That's how it looks. We will see you on Wednesday, November 8th, right here on the channel for another doubleheader of action. Currently, what I have scheduled down is the Washington Wizards taking on the Charlotte Hornets, and then we'll go see the Miami Heat take on the Memphis Grizzlies. I believe all 4 of those teams are new to the random rosters stuff. Just as a reminder, going to run these Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We'll see what happens as the month of November progresses. If people are into it, I'll keep doing it. If people aren't into it, I might not worry about it, though I do like the first game of this, and I'm like, oof, this is super fun. So maybe I should just do it anyway, but then, it's like, well, if people don't really want to watch it, then who cares, I feel like it's kind of broken. Anyway, thank you for watching. Appreciate you hanging out. We'll see you another day in a different video. Random rosters in the NFL tomorrow morning on the channel. We got MVP 06 baseball. Gunheads coming out later this week. Maybe some RoboQuest. The Adventures of Tintin, Cigars of the Pharaoh, also happening this week. Thanks again for watching, and goodbye.